Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Happy Easter. I hope it has been all successful since Friday, and we are actually ending it today. Kaka, today, as I say, I want us to critically reason together. I want us to put politics aside and address this issue from a critical point of view. And by the end of this video, we want to find out if indeed Gachagua is telling Kenyans the truth. Yesterday in church, a truthful man is saying that Kenya Kwanza is unable to Kenya Kwanza is unable to pay salaries because Uhuru Kenyatta looted everything and left empty coffers. That is the narrative. But I wonder, until when will Kenya Kwanza say that Uhuru Kenyatta looted everything? Why can't they? You know, when a business is collapsed, you look competent when you revive the business. So if they believe Uhuru looted everything, why can't they revive this economy? That aside, that is for another day. Now, based on this argument that Uhuru Kenyatta looted everything, that is why Kenya Kwanza is not paying members of parliament. That is why Kenya Kwanza is not dispersing cash to counties. That is why Kenya Kwanza is not paying civil servants. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to do a comparison between the few months that Kenya Kwanza has been in government and the 3 years during Uhuru Kenyatta's last tenure. We do a comparison and come up with an assumption, or we come up with how do we call it? It's an hypothesis or what? Something like that. Now, nataka tufanye comparison. Tuangalie the few months that Kenya Kwanza has been in government and the three last years for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Now, nianze na serikali ya Jubilee. Uhuru Kenyatta will remain in history or in the books of history as a president who led this country in the toughest times since independence. What do I mean? In about last years of Uhuru Kenyatta's tenure, the world was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. All businesses were shut down. All planes were grounded. All ships were docked. All matatus were grounded. Yani, Kenya came into a standstill economically. There was no cash flow. Not even 10 bob. All bars were shut down. All entertainment joints were shut down. Churches were shut down. Schools were shut down. Universities, every institution was shut down, and people were working from indoors. All government offices were shut down and people were sent home. But you know, Uhuru Kenyatta did not miss to pay salaries. To be very honest, you were in this country, I am in this country, I was in this country. There is no single day that Uhuru missed to disperse cash to counties. There is no single day that Uhuru Kenyatta failed to pay members of parliament. There is no single day that Uhuru Kenyatta failed to pay civil servants. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this happened and Uhuru still succeeded in driving the economy of this country ahead, how about Kenya Kwanza? How about Kenya Kwanza? You know, Gachagua made a very serious allegation. He has been making it, but the yesterday caught my attention. A whole deputy president can stand in church and lie to Kenyans that because Uhuru looted everything, that is why they can't pay salaries. Ladies and gentlemen, it's clear to me that yes, Kenya Kwanza has lost its manifesto book. It's evident because whatever they are doing versus what is in the manifesto, they are parallel. Because I remember reading that manifesto, and they were saying by the end of last year, 2022, every Kenyan will be fully covered by NHIF, the health insurance cover. Those clips are there. It is in the manifesto. But as we speak, how many Kenyans have the medical insurance cover? How many? A few. And even those who have it, it's not working as intended to work. Kenyans of goodwill, that's why I began by saying, put politics aside. Whether you support Azimio, whether you support Kenya Kwanza, let us reason together. So a president who managed to pay salaries during COVID-19 is the president that Kenya Kwanza is abusing. President Uhuru Kenyatta, whether you like it or not, is a hero. A man who beat all odds to make sure that Kenya's economy is still moving despite the hard times during the COVID-19. Kama Kenya Kwanza ingekuwa wakati wa COVID-19, sasa wangekuwa hata washakufa wote. Economically. Sasa Kenya ingekuwa kaburini, tungekuwa tushazika kitambo. Ladies and gentlemen, now, can we compare hawa wanaosema that Uhuru Kenyatta aliiba kila kitu? Can we compare their expenditure with that one of Uhuru Kenyatta? Let's compare. To me, Kaka, it's not that Kenya Kwanza is failing to pay salaries. To me, the problem in Kenya Kwanza is overspending on non-issues. They overspend on things that don't matter in this country. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta had only 22 CSS. William Ruto has 50 CS, an additional of 28. These CSS are paid salary from the taxpayers' pockets. Hao ndio watu wanasema Uhuru looted everything. Kenya Kwanza is setting aside over 200 million just for kina David Ndii to purchase cars. Hawa ndio watu wanasema at Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. Kenya Kwanza set aside over 800 million shillings to purchase cars in the office of Musalia Mudavadi, in the office of Rigathi Gachagua, and the rest. 800 million just to purchase cars. Hawa ndio watu mnasema at Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. Ati wameshinda kulipa salaries. Hawa watu hawa Kenya Kwanza wameappoint a prime cabinet secretary without portfolio together with his wife into office. Hawa watu hawana kazi. Kazi yao ni kukula tu, kulala na kuamuka. They have no work. Ni kazi gani Musalia ako nayo katika hii Kenya? Ofisi yake ni gani? What are duties and responsibilities of Musalia Mudavadi laid down? Which ministry does Musalia Mudavadi serve? Musalia Mudavadi's wife anafanya kazi gani kwa hii country? But their offices are being facilitated by the taxpayers' cash. These are the people who are saying Kenya Kwanza. These are people who are saying Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. Kenya Kwanza attends church every Sunday. Not in Nairobi, not in State House, at the county levels. Sponsored fully by the taxpayers' cash. How many church services did Uhuru attend outside Nairobi? How many? Overspending on non-issues, things that don't matter at all. Do you know, every Sunday, they spend like 100 million in facilitation and in allowances. If Ruto comes to Nakuru, for instance, today, for a church service, 100 million is gone. Mafuta ya ndege, mafuta ya magari, allowances, nini, logistics, 100 million dies like that. Away from the Sunday churches, away from the Sunday services, how many Thanksgiving ceremonies has Kenya Kwanza done since they were elected? So many of them. In fact, almost every county. These Thanksgiving ceremonies are fully funded by taxpayers' cash. These are the people who are saying Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. So in a week, just on Sunday services, they are spending 400 million. Hii pesa inatoka wapi? From whose pocket? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya Kwanza finds it important to attend a church service with 100 million, but can find it not necessary to pay salaries. Yaani kanisa, mkutano ya kanisa every Sunday ni ya muhimu sana kuliko kulipa wafanyakazi mishahara. Yaani kwenda Thanksgiving ya cabinet secretary Turkana ni ya muhimu sana kuliko kulipa wafanyakazi mishahara. Yaani kulipa Musalia Mudavadi na bibi yake ni ya muhimu sana kuliko kulipa wafanyakazi mishahara. Yaani according to Kenya Kwanza, kutangatanga katika mataifa mengine ni ya muhimu sana kuliko kulipa wafanyakazi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost it as a country. Whether you are in Azimio, whether you are in Kenya Kwanza, you have to swallow this bitter truth that we have lost direction as a country. Now let me ask you Kenyans. Ukipata bwana na bibi in a family setup. Let me bring this explanation to a simple example so that you understand what I mean. In a family, you find a wife and a husband, on a daily basis, they wear expensive clothes. On a daily basis, they are driving cars. On a daily basis, they are eating expensive foods. On a daily basis, these guys are feeding friends, but their children are not going to school. Why? They say they lack school fees. You can imagine, in such a family. In such a family, unavaa suti ya 10,000 na kiatu ya 15,000, lakini unaambia watu hauna school fees ya watoto wako. That is why wako nje hawaendi shule. Nyumba unayoishi on a monthly basis unalipa 20,000. Then you are telling the neighbors that my children are not in school because I don't have money to pay school fees. Is that logic? This is what Kenya Kwanza is telling us. Every day they are flying. Every day they are wearing expensive. Okay, it's not bad to wear, but then as an example, every day these guys are traversing the country like no one is business. Lakini hawa watu, they are standing in public to tell us that they are unable to pay salaries because they don't have cash. Oh, Jesus Christ. We have lost it as a country. We have totally lost it. To Kenya Kwanza, entertainment is more urgent and crucial than dispersing cash to counties. To Kenya Kwanza, traversing countries. Najua watu walitoa kutangatanga, kumbe ni kweli. Yaani leo ni Ethiopia, kesho ni Uganda, kesho ingine Rwanda, kesho ingine wapi. Yaani wako tu ni kuhanyahanya kila mahali. Yaani wanatembea tu. Yaani umaiona mwanamke ameolewa. Umaiona mwanamke ameolewa. Within just 1 week in marriage, ametembea familia zote kwa kijiji. Just in a week. Amejua kila mtu in that village. Anajua every family. Mlango yao ni wapi? Anajua viti ambavyo ziko kwa nyumba. Anajua wanapika saa ngapi. Yaani huyo ni mwanamke ameolewa in just a week. Alafu niambie familia ita survive. Hao watu juzi tu ndio wameingia ofisi. Hawajamaliza hata mwaka. They were sworn in, was it in September? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 8 months in office. Lakini ni country gani William Ruto ajui? Kama rais, ni wapi hajatembea? Mara ile Ethiopia. Mara ameenda kuzika Queen Elizabeth. Mara ndio yule Rwanda. Mara ndio yule wapi? Mara yuko wapi? Mara yani aish. Alafu mnasema Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, even if you are stupid enough to trust their lies, you can see they are telling lies. Uongo. So it's high time Rigathi Gachagua stands in the public and tells Kenyans mahali wanapata pesa wapi ya kufanya services every Sunday, mahali wanapata pesa wapi ya kulipa CSS, mahali wanapata pesa wapi ya kulipa Musalia Mudavadi, mahali wanapata pesa wapi ya kufanya Thanksgiving, mahali wanapata pesa wapi ya kila siku ya kutembea, lakini they are unable to pay salaries. That's what we want to know. Tunataka kujua. Ndio mumesema hamuna pesa ya mshahara, ni sawa, tumekubali. Lakini Gachagua, this coming Sunday nataka usimame ueleze wa Kenya hakuna pesa ya mishahara. Umesema ni sawa, tumekubali. Lakini sasa hii pesa ya kutembea makanisa kila Sunday ni ya nani? That's what we want to know. Mkituambia hiyo pesa ni ya nani, and then you shall have convinced us that yes indeed Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell my fellow citizens in this Republic of Kenya, Kenya is dying. Kenya is dying. It's high time we either rescue it now or never. God bless you. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen.